What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create your very own AutoGPT to use as a virtual assistant. Now, when I did this myself, it took me about 2.5 hours. So my goal in this video is to shortcut that timeline for you and then also remove a ton of the confusion that comes along with this. Because if you're anything like me, I'm not some crazy coder and instinctively knew how to do all of this. So I had to do some research, ask ChatGPT a bunch, and ultimately it took me a lot longer than it should have. So in this video, we're going to be shortcutting that for you, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So AutoGPT, they've recently made some updates. So this video should be super helpful for you guys with the most recent release. They've changed a couple different things, and the prerequisites to do it have actually changed. So I have my steps outlined right here. The first thing I need to do is download AutoGPT from github.com, and I can find it actually right here where it says urgent. They just made a new update, so I'm going to click here. It's going to take me to this page, and then I can, looks like they just released one 7 hours ago. Wow. Okay, so all I need to do is scroll down to assets, and I just click download right here. Now it's going to download. I actually already have it downloaded, so that step was kind of redundant. But I'm going to go back here, and our next step is to download Python. Now, if you're using a Mac like I am, this should already be downloaded onto your computer, but we want to make sure we have the most recent version. So I'm just going to go here to download Python, and I'll just click this button here at the top. Again, I already have it downloaded, so I'm not going to do this, but whatever you do, basically all that you need to do is just click on this, package and accept everything. Give it, you say yes to all of the prompts like when you're normally downloading something, and then you should be good to go on the Python. Now our next step is actually to get our API key from OpenAI.com. All right. So if you guys have signed up for like a ChatGPT account, you should already have your own API key. Or sorry, you're not your own API key, but your own OpenAI account. All right. So if you already signed up for ChatGPT, you should already have an account. If you haven't, you'll just go to platform.openai.com, and it should prompt you to create one. But basically, in order to get our API key, I'm going to click up in the top right here where it says personal, and then view API keys. And then I'm just going to click create new secret API key. I can name it, whatever I want. I'm just going to call it AutoGPT. Kind of rhymes there. And I'll just click create secret key. Now, this is going to be blurred out in the video, but as you guys can see here, the entire API key is right here. All I need to do is copy it and paste it. And I want to make sure that I don't click done before I do that, because once I click done, I will never be able to view it again. So I need to make sure that I copy this. I'm just going to paste it into a notes doc. Paste right there. Again, that's going to be blurred out. And now we have it in safekeeping in our notes. Let's look at our next step, which is actually one of the things that have changed before that you didn't need this, but now you do, is you need to download Dev Container and VS Studio. Okay. So you'll just click on this link. It's going to take you here. And you're going to want to download Docker for your desktop on Mac. And then also download, this is the more important one, is VS Code. So you just click here and then click download. I've already downloaded it again, so I'm not going to have to do that for the video. But that's what you do. Just download it for Docker and then also download it for VS Studio. All right. So once you have done that, now we're going to go back to github.com. Go here, and I just need to follow the remaining steps. So since I've already downloaded it directly from this source here on the update, I don't need to do where to go, this. I'm just going to kind of walk through the steps anyway, just so you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So I'll just create a new terminal. For those of you guys like me that aren't coders, terminal is basically just like where you can do like coding prompts with your Mac. It's kind of like a deeper level of operating your computer. But I'm just going to type in terminal in the Spotlight search. So to get to that, just click this magnifying glass, type in TER, and then terminal should pop up. Just click on it, And there we go. So now I have terminal opened up. I can, well, since I've already downloaded it, I'm not going to need to do this. So all I need to do is click CD AutoGPT and just paste that in. Now I'm just going to copy right here where it says pip install R requirements. Just paste it there and it will install everything as you guys can see. So now I'm already in AutoGPT. Now this is the part where you need the VS Studio, which you guys just downloaded. You have to rename the file named the .env template, and you need to change it, like take away the part where it says template and then add in your OpenAI API key. That always trips me out. But basically, once you've downloaded the VS Studio, we're just going to type in VS and it's going to pull it up. You want to open VS Studio, and then if you just go here, right, in the Explorer, you should be able to pull up all the different things that are on your computer, right? And so once you, let's see, because I want to try to basically see how I pulled up that doc. But if you just if you go to this part where it looks like a copy paste, it's called the Explorer, and then you type in what file you want, you can pull up the AutoGPT folder, which is the one that you guys just saw me download, and then you just pull that up inside of VS Studio. So super simple. Let's see if I can. I'll tell you what, you guys will be able to figure it out. You basically just search for your folder inside the Explorer, and then you'll be able to figure it out. So we're going to look for the .env. I'm just going to, let's see how I can rename this. Tell you what, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT because I don't really use VS Studio a lot. I'm not a coder. Studio. Locate the file, right click on the file, or select the file and press F2. Let's see. So .env, and then I just change it to that, remove the template part. All right, now I'm going to go back to these instructions. So we removed the template part from .env, and now we just need to fill it in with our OpenAI API key. So that is what we copied onto this notes doc. So let me just copy that. I'm going to go back to VS Studio, and then if you guys can see here, it should be on line 23. It says OpenAI API key, your OpenAI API key, and then I'm just going to paste it there. Now, if you guys want to use the AutoGPT where you can actually talk to it, that is going to be on the 11 Labs API key. So you basically just sign up for 11 Labs and then get an API key for that, and then you can talk back and forth with it. In this example, I'm just going to do the most simple, basic version that you can do, and that is where I just pasted that key there. So it should save automatically. There we go. So just exit it out and hit save. And now I'm going to go here. Everything looks good. I just need to copy this prompt that says Python-m AutoGPT. So we'll just paste that there. Give it a second. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So now we can just name it whatever we want. So I'll just call it, we can describe the role of the AutoGPT. That's literally whatever you want it to do. So let's say, for example, I want it to just press enter, and then you basically are just typing in the goals. So that's different checkpoints to achieve its role. So I could say goal 1 is search. It's just thinking right now, but it's about to obviously go through all of the goals that I just set. So it's going to search Google for the best places to find dog breeds, find the cutest dog breeds, then find breeders that fit that list, and then compile that into a list and shut down. Now it's asking me, it's going to make me approve every single command, which is cool in the beginning, but once you kind of get the hang of this, I kind of like to just let it run. Which maybe that's a little sketchy, but that's just kind of what I do. So I think I'll start by Google command for the best dog breeders in the US. It gives you the reasoning why it's going to do that. It's going to start with the Google general Google search, which will help them gather a general idea of the set of dog breeders to explore, and narrow down based on reputation, blah, blah, blah. Makes sense. And then it's going to tell you the plan, and then the criticism, which is basically just like either the reason it won't work or something that it needs to consider going forward to make sure that the role is completed. So it's going to tell you the next action it's going to do. It's basically Googling best dog breeders in the US. And I type Y to authorize the command or N to exit the program. Now, I also have this other option, which is Y-N. So what you can do here is you can like automatically greenlight a certain amount of decisions. So I want to say yes to, let's say, 5 decisions. Now, command authorized by users, it can do 5 different acts or 5 different steps without asking me. So that's one option. You can also do continuous mode, which is pretty cool. That was basically here. So you can basically just copy this and then paste it in there, and it'll run continuously, like without me doing anything. And then you can obviously, like, if this thing starts getting crazy and starts doing things you don't want it to do, especially if you're on continuous mode, you can just press, I believe it's Control-C, and it'll stop. So this is what continuous mode looks like. Here we go. I think it's saying that I need to add the voice settings, but basically you just do that. If you guys want to do the 11 labs thing, it's pretty easy to find, and then you would be able to do continuous mode with speak. You might be able to do this and then just take out the speak part. Okay, I might have bugged it out. So basically, if you guys want to use continuous mode, I think you do also have to have the 11 labs part, but all of that is basically what we did here. Actually, it might be running now. There we go. All right, and that is how you set up AutoGPT in about 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got value, be sure to click the like button so that somebody else struggling with how to do this can see this video and save themselves a ton of time. If you guys want the exact step-by-step that I used to go through this process, I know the one on AutoGPT is a little bit more complex. There's going to be a link down below in the description where you can get those instructions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. And without any further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.